don't know what is happening with OUSD, but it is unconscionable that our babies are drinking lead and we wonder why they're fighting at First Friday, right? And at the same time, we need to hold OUSD accountable for what they're doing with their budget. Councilmember Guile talks about it all the time. So while we're in a budget crisis, I find it very difficult to support financially what other public agencies are doing if they're mismanaging their budgets. I'm troubled by that. And I know, I heard our seniors, I had 2 senior centers here. I am the elected representative of the Downtown Oakland Senior Center and the West Oakland Senior Center. West Oakland has not been opened, it's so behind schedule. And they're talking about not being able to feed seniors. I'm concerned about the senior food program. And hopefully the program I'm putting together today, the pilot program, will be able to help assist with getting food out to these seniors. It's the fastest growing population in the city of Oakland, and we are not serving them. So even though 250,000, 200,000 is a drop in the bucket, it's more than they anticipated getting today. And so I want to see what we can do to support those seniors. And then we need to go back to the school board, and we might need to be going to some school board meetings and meeting with our counterparts for District 3 and District 7 about how our babies are being served.
So this is my 4th year on council. I'm senior member of city council, and just absolutely embarrassed that our seniors have to come here and do the song and dance every single year. And so it's absolutely imperative that we find a long-term funding source so that we can support our seniors in their golden years. And Councilmember Houston, I want to just absolutely applaud you for wanting to extend the hours. Every single year they come here, every single year, and we do this again and again and again. And I think it's time for us to put our heads together and figure out how we can support our seniors going forward. So with that, I want to change the allocation of the sugar sweetened beverage from $250,000 to OUSD to $50,000 going to OUSD and $200,000 going to support our seniors. And we need to continue to work to support our seniors.
And remember, I have 6 unions we got to settle with, and it's going to cost us millions. And also, I have 800 and some vacancies that we approved last year, but we never filled them. I can't get my streets cleaned, man. I can't buy my trucks. I can't take care of law enforcement to help me on the street. But we're going to sit here and do a lot more talking. And so I need to have a management budget that's clear before I start approving all these other things. I'm going to do this, do that over here. And then I wind up, once again, with the public, well, I can't take care of your street because I don't have the money. And I just don't want to make the mistake that other cities do. They go bankrupt. And we're right now discussing making agreements, but you don't know what you have in terms of money. Because we haven't settled the biggest challenge, and that's going to be settling your union contracts, fire department, police department, and all the other unions that we got to settle. And that's not going to be, you know, a 25 cents deal that we got to come up with. We're going to have to find out what can I do additionally for a service once I take care of my employees.
Call the question.
And so anyways.
I sat here a year ago and talked about the Nobody's Happy budget. You know, today I think I'm happy to sit here and say that our council amendments constitute the Nobody's Crazy budget. Our amendments from the budget team are a model that is reasonable, accountable, and sane. And you know, I'm not going to belabor the details here because I think my colleagues have done a great job with highlighting all of the council amendments. But a couple of things that I do want to focus on are the $2.5 million in safe parking and hotel vouchers for our unhoused neighbors, which I think is an incredibly important thing. The $50 million in already approved bond money that we accelerated towards affordable housing production. And of course, I also love that new fire engine smell, so adding 2 fire rigs is crucial. But I think that the values that we led with as a council budget team are key here. We're doing things in a way that we haven't always done in the past. We added no new employees to the general fund in our council amendments. We funded no recurring expenses out of one-time revenues. We brought 4 voter-approved measures out of fiscal emergency and into full compliance with voter mandates. And our single biggest line item expenditure in the council amendments was an investment in paying down our long-term pension obligations. And while I am hopeful that we can pass a budget here today, I want to emphasize that we are by no means done. Despite what you may have been told by some reports about Oakland, our non-sworn employees did not receive a raise last year, 0%. We are losing valuable, talented workers because of this. And speaking for myself here, I commit to working to make sure that we can offer a compensation package to all of our employees, both sworn and non-sworn, that, like our council budget amendments, is reasonable, accountable, and sane. So I thank you all for everybody's work on this. I thank you for your participation.